And whoa, look at Magoo. Magoo streaks into the...
Thorpe's got basketballs. They lock handlebars as they go through, but Thorpe's done.
Here comes Bradshaw to the outside of Bale. He takes over the number 2 position, and Bradshaw is not done.
Parker drops in beside him on the KTM number 99. Trampers Parker, the American. There's Joel Smets, number 3, limbering up his wrists and his hands as the crowd, 10,000 strong, line the side of the track for the start of the first moto. And away they went. And it was a tremendous hole shot by Honda mounted John van den Berg. But we had a few down on the first corner. They sort themselves out. Can I have my bike back, please? And here he is, JVB it is, the former 125 and 250 world champion, leading the pack away. Parker, then King, then Smets. Then number 9, Peter Dirks was amongst that group. Then number 4, Van Dorn. 10, that was Franco Rossi, the Italian. 86, that's Mike Young, the American. 12, Van Leeuwen, up the hill. Engaging already into some tight tussling in the corners. 18 there, that is Jeremy Watley on that brand new bike. But it was JVB that led the opener. But Parker beginning to close on him with Smets in 3rd. 4th then for the Kiwi, Daryl King. And Martins with the bike beginning to run well, already picking his way past the slower riders. 10, Rossi. Down the hill it came, and just look at Parker giving no inch whatsoever to John van den Berg, literally shoving him out the way as Smets closed on those 2 riders. King still are in 4th. 4, Van Dorn. 24, Shane King. The combination of, just look at Parker. Well, Smets attempted to pass Parker, and Parker just weaved straight across him on the top of the hill. Oh, Parker, a very competitive rider, wants to win this championship. And I'm sure KTM would only be too pleased to take the crown. 86, Young it is, with Rossi behind him. Parker already beginning to pull a gap over Smets, number 3. Then John van den Berg, now being pursued by the Kiwi, Daryl King, number 11. '95, that's Petty Johansson with Van Dorn behind him. Johansson, a little bit of an immigrant from the 250 ranks of last year, but Smets still trying desperately to get on terms with Parker. Then it's King, passes John van den Berg. They are tussling for positions. 4-stroke champion. And Parker really has got this at the moment. Smets on the... He's got 15 there with him. Johan Boonen. Then it... Oh, well, look at this. Oh! Well, Jackie Martins is having a weekend, and it looks as if he's hurt his hand again. This is another bad weekend for Martins. He's got all tangled up in that trackside fencing. And they've got to try and get it untangled from his bike. Well, he's certainly hurt something on his hand. Holding it in pain, but... Trampers Parker, unaware of what's going on behind him, away in front. Smets beginning to drop off the pace. He can't stay with the 360 KTM. Then it's King, behind King, still JVB. Boonen's still there now. 95 beginning to give Petty Johansson, Boonen, a little bit of a run for his leader. Parker. The 360 showing the big 4-strokes and the 500s the way round at the moment. There's the Husaberg of Smets, having to settle for 2nd. King at the moment still 3rd, untroubled, but he may well come under pressure from John van den Berg again. There's Boonen, 15. And there, number 95, and that's Petty Johansson. 4, Van Dorn. They are beginning to close up on each other. Shane King looking for a way through. Young tagging on the back of that group. The thunder of the big 4-strokes as the 2-stroke KTM comes back around to complete another lap. It is Parker that leads from this man, Smets. The old Smets. Battled year after year to win this championship, finishing third in 94. Then it's King, John Vandenberg, and Boonen. And Boonen beginning to close on Vandenberg. But no one's closing on this man. He's there. Parker, a former 125 and 250 champion. 2 laps to go. If Parker can win this championship, he will equal what Eric Gabors did by winning all 3 categories. Boonen has got past John Vandenberg. So Boonen on a little bit of a charge, and we've got the Kiwi, Daryl King. He's gone down, he's back behind that group now. So what happened to King, we do not know. Van Dorn going through. He's got Petty Johansson with the younger brother, number 24, Shane King of Daryl King behind him. Mike Young is still there, steady at the moment. Here comes Parker, takes the checkered flag and the 20 points. Second for Smets then. A little bit dusty again, but it is Parker and John Vandenberg, Daryl King and Smets. Then 95 behind that group is Petty Johansson. Decided he wants to get out in front, out of the dust. He's got Smets chasing him with King, John Vandenberg, and then 95 Petty Johansson. 24 Shane King. So Shane having a tremendous ride here. Smets has decided that he doesn't want to be shown up again by a 360 KTM. He's going after Parker. Looking back behind the leading 2. John Vandenberg, Van Dorn, then Shane King, and King is having a tremendous ride here. Another one of the KTMs. But Smets has gone into the lead. Parker back to second. Taken a stone in his undercarriage apparently, so that will certainly brought a few tears to his eyes. And no doubt slow his progress just a little, and it has done because Smets will now roost him continuously with his own dirt. And Parker must be wishing for the end of the race. Got to be in pain after that. Track beginning to rough up in places as the heat goes on. This is the second heat of the day. Rocks and stones at the man that pursues him, Trampus Parker. Much a turnaround from race 1. 95 third then for Petty Johansson. 4th for Daryl King, the Kiwi. 5th then for John Vandenberg, number 59. 6th behind him, number 4, and that's Van Dorn. 7th then for the New Zealander, Shane King, number 24. And a good ride for him. Smets comes around to the delight of the crowd. He takes the checkered flag. The overall result then goes to Smets. Second on the day overall, Trampus Parker with a win and a second. Then King.